Enterprise software integration is the practice of connecting applications so they can share data and work together. Simple definition: not a simple problem. The average enterprise runs 897 applications: CRM, ERP, ITSM, HR systems, finance platforms, project management tools, partner portals. Each one holds a piece of the picture. Enterprise integration is what makes those pieces move between systems, automatically, reliably, and in the right format. That sounds like a technology challenge. Connect the APIs, map the fields, move the data, and for a single integration between two systems, it is. But enterprises do not have one integration. They have dozens, sometimes hundreds, across teams, business units, and external partners. Only 29% of enterprise applications are integrated today. The number of applications grew 10% last year. Integration adoption stayed flat. This video explains what enterprise software integration actually involves at scale, why most approaches break down, and what a modern operating model looks like. Most enterprise integrations are delivered as projects. A business need appears. Two systems need to share data. A project is scoped, built, tested, deployed, closed. Checkmark. Done. The Integration Ops book calls this a trap disguised as a process. In reality, integrations do not behave like isolated pieces of work. They live in the spaces between systems, teams, and sometimes entire companies. They carry responsibilities that outlast any single project. Once the project closes, the integration recedes into the background. Months later, when it fails, the people who built it may have already moved on. Documentation is thin or outdated. Monitoring covers only the basics. Teams learn about the integration's design and dependencies for the first time, while it is already on fire. Over time, every project leaves behind a small pile of complexity. Without a lifecycle model, those piles turn into a landscape of brittle connections. MuleSoft's 2025 connectivity benchmark found IT teams spent 39% of their time designing, building, and testing custom integrations, not building new capabilities, maintaining and extending what they already built. The project model does not fail because people are incompetent. It fails because integrations do not end. The natural response is better tools, an iPaaS platform, an API gateway, a cloud integration layer. These tools genuinely help. They make it faster to build connections. They centralize some of the complexity. They lower the barrier to entry. But that's not enough. Modern tools were often used with a project mindset. A flow was built, tested just enough to go live, and then largely forgotten until it caused trouble. The underlying issues from previous eras, absence of ownership, limited observability, weak lifecycle management, remained unsolved. Technology can make integration work faster and more flexible. It cannot, on its own, make it accountable, observable, or sustainable. Consider what happens after the integration goes live. Platforms update their APIs, partners change their data models, processes enhance, security policies evolve, business requirements shift. Someone needs to adapt those integrations. Someone needs to monitor them. Someone needs to respond at 2 in the morning when data stops flowing. The tool does not do that. You do. And that operational burden is the real cost of enterprise integration. Not the build, but everything that happens after day one. The shift starts with recognizing that integration is a life cycle, not a task. The Integration Ops model defines 4 phases: plan, implement, monitor, operate. These run continuously. They are not sequential and done. In the plan phase, teams clarify what the integration is for. Not just connect system A to system B, but what business outcome it supports, what data crosses which boundaries, and who owns it. In implement, the team designs the integration pattern, tests it, documents its behavior, and connects it to monitoring. In lifecycle thinking, this is only the halfway point, not the finish line. Monitor means continuous oversight. Not just, is the engine running, but is the right data arriving at the right place in the right time frame? Flow health, throughput, data quality, latency. When patterns deviate from normal, the system flags it before the business feels it. Operate means adapting. Systems change, partners evolve, business processes shift. The integration adapts or it breaks. This phase also includes eventual retirement. When an integration is no longer needed, it should be decommissioned deliberately, not left running as an orphaned connection. Most organizations invest heavily in the first 2 phases and barely acknowledge the last 2. The Integration Ops book is clear. Of these 4 phases, evolution is the most neglected. Without it, integrations decay quietly, accumulating risk until a change or failure exposes the fragility. The Integration Ops model defines 4 mindset shifts that separate organizations that scale from those that drown, from project to product to service. In a project mindset, success means delivery. Did we ship? In a product mindset, success means health. Is this solving the right problem over time? In a service mindset, success means outcomes, reliability, visibility, adaptability. Most integration teams are stuck between the first and second, from one-off efforts to repeatable playbooks. Instead of improvising every integration from scratch, you capture proven patterns in playbooks, onboarding playbooks, incident handling playbooks, change management playbooks. The 50th customer integration follows the same tested process as the first, from manual fixes to lifecycle automation. Not just automating the data flows, automating the work around them. Testing routines, monitoring configurations, credential management, incident response. Manual work becomes a signal for improvement, not an accepted cost. From tribal knowledge to structured ownership, every integration has a named owner accountable for its outcomes. Documentation, templates, and runbooks replace the knowledge locked in one engineer's head. When you operate integration as a lifecycle capability, something else happens. Each new connection builds on what came before. The Integration Ops book calls this the ecosystem effect. Instead of building isolated connections, you build a platform for onboarding systems and partners. New connections use shared patterns, existing infrastructure, and consistent governance. Every new integration is faster and cheaper because previous work laid the foundation. Over time, integration shifts from a cost center to a competitive advantage. You onboard partners faster. You integrate more reliably. You become the organization others want to connect to. ONEiO has pioneered this as a managed service, combining integration infrastructure, 24/7 operations, and expert support so that integrations scale with the business instead of draining it. Full operational liability. No one else commits to that. The result? Organizations stop drowning in maintenance and start building integration as a capability that compounds. Enterprise software integration is not just a technology problem, it is an operating model problem. 897 applications, 71% unintegrated. The gap is not closing because organizations keep treating integration as projects to complete, rather than a capability to operate. The organizations that figure this out stop firefighting. They turn integration into infrastructure that scales. If you want to understand the full operating model, the lifecycle phases, the mindset shifts, the playbooks, and how enterprises are applying this, we have published a comprehensive Integration Ops book, free to download. Link in the description. Stop building integrations. Start operating them.